All right, so what's up? Welcome. Well, obviously, my name is Norris. This is John right here. Welcome to another edition of Dope Men Soul. Dope Men Soul is pretty much just a conversation with other men that's in the industry that sew. They get busy. I mean, hands to the sewing machine, pedal to the foot to the pedal, and all that good stuff to get busy. So this is one of these guys right here, and we have history. I just want to welcome you all to John, a.k.a. the House of Milline.
I appreciate it, man. Yo, like you said, man, this is a good time I think, for men to get into sewing, man. But I appreciate the hospitality, you know what I mean? Always love, you know. When we link up, man, we always talk about, fashion and stuff like that. So it's a good time to just do it, put it on camera. I appreciate the platform you got going on, with the Dope Men Soul. And then, man, let's get to it.
I'll put it all on wax.
Yeah, man. I like it.
So for those y'all don't know, John and I went to college.
Yeah.
I went to the same college with fraternity brothers. We became close friends and close fashion rivals during college.
No, you became a rival. I just did me. Come on, man. Come on.
So John is one of these guys that inspired me. It's very few people that inspired me directly, just with, their personal appearance. And he was one of these dudes in college, a little bit older than me. He was already a part of the fraternity prior to me joining, he's like a couple years older. And you and also Othello, I was like, man, I just took bits and pieces from what they was doing all with my own creativity.
It's so funny, man, because I know y'all probably see my situation with the Birkenstocks and the British sandals or the British socks. I'm sure Norris probably has this same setup in his closet, but please know your boy be stealing stuff from me. I just want to let y'all know that.
Yeah, get your shit on. Go ahead,
man.
Get it on.
Nah, this is a good dude, man. We've been knowing each other a long time. We just talking to Mimi about just knowing your family, man, and your brother.
It was in a wedding.
Yep.
Part of the family.
It was in the wedding. Yep. So we got long history, man. Long history, not only good friendship, but also from a fashion standpoint too.
Yeah. So I like that segue. So I just get into. I was talking to John one day, and he was talking to me about something. This was within like the first year of me learning to sew. And he just casually was like, "Oh yeah, man, I be sewing stuff for my wife." He had sent me a picture of like a skirt or something at the time. I don't know what year that was, but I think it was
a long time ago.
I think it was close to when I started.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hold on, bro, you sew?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, how come people don't even like someone that we so close to, like we so close in proximity and just on a friendship.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you sewed. That's stuff we didn't even talk about.
Yeah.
So it was dope to see that someone that I knew does it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. So we just started chopping it up, and then you was telling me all the issues that you have too, which it was the exact same issues that I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. Like when I first started, man, I remember like one of the first things I did was that skirt. It came out okay, not really though, but it was like no patterns or nothing for men. Even just knowing a man that sewed, like it wasn't. I didn't really know anybody. You know what I mean? So it was hard for me, man. So that's why I kind of went to like, okay, well, I see a lot of skirts. You go on YouTube University, you see people making skirts. I'm like, all right, well, let me try this. Like I said, it came out okay, not really. She probably ain't gonna ever wear the skirt, but it was me just starting, you know what I mean, trying to understand the machine and understand fabric, man. So, so that's the skirt I sent you, bro.
So, when you first started sewing, and you was interested in sewing, your very first thing that you sold was a female. Was a female piece.
Man, I was thinking about that on the way down here, man. I was like, what was the first thing I actually sewed? So I think I went home.
Yeah.
Mom had a sewing machine, so I think I tried to do like.
Oh, that's dope. So you had one in the house already.
Well, my mom did. Yeah.
Got it. I didn't know that.
I mean, everybody from that time got a sewing machine.
You know what I'm saying? If you found one, if they still got it.
Yeah. So I think I tried her sewing machine, and I think we did like a little pocket square, like just a easy, fold over type thing. Try to sew a straight line.
Stitch.
Yeah. So that was probably not ear stitch, just a straight line.
Just a straight line.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But go ahead.
So that was probably the first thing that I tried. Then I remember this too, man. Like I hit up Christina Exposito. She has Bag Junkie, dope bag collection, whole nine. I got my wife one. And I asked her though, I said, well, I was thinking about a men's bag because I wanted like, this was before like the satchels. This was before it hit the trend.
Right. Before the fanny packs came back.
Right. So I wanted like a as they call them, a handheld messenger, which is a man person, somebody, as my wife would say. Yeah. So I wanted one of those, man. And then, she was saying that she could possibly do it, but we never connected on it. So actually, I went on YouTube University, saw Mimi had a tutorial on how to make a bag. And that was probably one of the first things I sewed from scratch.
Oh, for
real? Which was crazy. So I saw me, Now, I didn't even know the situation.
Oh, wow.
But this was probably prior to, though.
Give me a year. What year you think?
Man.
14, 15?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Before we even met.
Yeah, we met early 15.
When did you go out in L.A.?
Huh? I went to L.A. the end of 11.
Nah, this was about 14.
About 14. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I tried that.
Yeah.
And that came out well. So I made a couple of those, man. I made like a horizontal one, made a whole, it was nice. So those came out really well. And then after that, I remember starting to do some alterations. So
okay.
I'm sure we get into that though.
All right, so in your process of sewing, did you find that there were techniques that you didn't know?
Well, I didn't know anything.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, she sews a straight stitch and a zigzag maybe, but no official technique. You know what I'm saying? It was just really trying to figure out, and I'm still figuring out by all means, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what fits this particular fabric. Oh, this looks good right here. This line goes well. I need to use this on this particular fabric. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
Yep. So this right here is a perspective from you not having like a mentor, you not having somebody that you can ask questions to.
No.
You just basically saw something on the internet. You saw my wife.
Yeah.
And you learn how to do a bag.
Yeah.
So like in that process, did you want to do any like apparel? Did you want to know how to make a shirt? Did you want to know how to make pants?
Of course, but like at the time, man, like I said, it wasn't really anything that I saw that was catered to actual men's process of shirt, pants, the whole nine.
That's why I asked that.
Yeah.
So like, did you see the visibility of people that look like us, or even just any guy doing men's fashion?
No.
There's a lot of guys that quilt. There's a lot of guys that does a lot of quilting stuff. It's a lot of guys that sew too, but it's not visible. It's not visible.
Yeah.
And it's very few that do it and look like us.
Right. No, I agree with that, man. Yeah, the exposure was very limited. I was telling a good friend of mine, excuse me, it would be good if we had that exposure in like high school, man. But obviously they took some of that, out of the curriculum and out of the high schools.
Yeah.
But even then, man, I come from Decatur, Georgia, so it's like I don't know if I would have took sewing in high school.
In high school, it wouldn't have been cool, probably.
Correct.
Got you.
Correct.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy about that? Right before I went to college, I went to Savannah State. Shout out Savannah State.
No doubt.
You can get anywhere from here.
No doubt.
That's the motto.
No doubt.
Right before I went to Savannah State, my mom asked me what college I wanted to go to, what did I want to take, and the very first thing that came to my mind was like some kind of fashion design school.
Really?
I wanted to do that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I wanted to go some kind of fashion school, but I was too chicken.
I never knew that. That's what's up.
I was too chicken to tell my mom that. And I was like, you know what? I'm good at math, so maybe I can go to school for business, be an accountant or something like that.
Right.
So I was like, so I put my creative like idea to the side.
No doubt.
And I was at Valdosta State University because we was touring that college. That's where my brother Roger went to school at.
Yeah.
That's his alma mater. So when I went there, I was like, man, I want to go to a fashion school, but I might always just do business. Just because it's just something
that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And fast forward, I still ended up in the fashion industry. So,
I didn't know that, man. That's what's up.
Yeah. So
man, in high school I couldn't even fathom, man. And that's the thing, man. I always think about like in high school, man, like I always say I just dressed weird. It wasn't necessarily the norm. It wasn't necessarily, high fashion like your Gucci, Louis Vuitton. It was just I kind of dressed the way I felt. Similar now, So when I got to Savannah State, that's a long story. I ain't gonna talk about how I got to Savannah State. But when I got there, I had a Tony Bell, man. He kind of took me. I don't want to say. Let me know. Shout out to Tony Bell. Yeah. So Tony Bell took me underneath his wing, man. Back in Decatur, we was wearing the 4 T's. You know what I mean? But I was wearing like a big shirt. a nice size belt buckle at the time,
Yeah.
some Jabot jeans and some Durangos.
Yeah.
Like that was the situation, right? Or I had some cowboy boots. You know what I mean? Like, Tim's was in at the time. Air Force
You
One.
freaked it.
Yeah, I mean, but it was still Decatur, but it was my own
Your
my own
version.
sweat. Yeah,
Your version
yeah,
of
yeah.
Decatur.
So I got to Savannah State, man. T-Bell was like, you can take that shirt, a couple of sizes down, but like Andre said, and I said, yeah, all right, let's do that.
Yeah.
And then, the rest is kind of history, man. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. That's good to know, man.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
yeah. I didn't know you wanted to originally go to fashion.
I
man.
did,
That's what's
bro.
up, dog.
I
That's
did.
what's up.
I 100% did, and I think about it right now. I'll be like, damn, I should have.
Where would you be now?
But yeah, exactly.
You may be in the same spot. Though.
Might be in the same spot. Might be in the same spot. Might be worse.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
So, like,
you where you're supposed to be.
I'm where I'm supposed to be at.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's do you shop for patterns? Like, do you sew patterns?
So
Like,
I do a little bit of both, man. It's so funny. My mother-in-law is up in Charlotte, and she asked me the same question, man. She's like, "Do you use patterns?" I said, "I do, but a lot of stuff that I do, man, is DIY for myself.
Gotcha.
So I draft a pattern from a particular article of clothing that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I start to finish.
Right.
If I'm doing something from scratch.
yeah.
I may get a commercial pattern. Like I told you, I got Mimi's track pattern.
Gotcha,
Shout out to
yeah.
Mimi G. But I got a track pattern, man.
Let me ask you this: Would you have ever thought about making her pattern if not had seen a guy in it, like seeing
You
me
in
in
it?
it? Yeah.
Ooh,
Like, would you have been like, oh, I want that? Even
that's
though
a tough one, man. Probably not.
probably not,
Probably
right?
not. No, probably not. Yeah.
So, like-
shout out to you for that, for being the.
Well, my point when it shot me
Yeah.
out, it was just like you visually.
No, I'm
need,
gonna shout you out.
You,
bro.
you,
Go ahead and take that credit, bro. Why you want to take the credit, dog?
no. I'm just,
All right, go
I'm
ahead.
just letting them know I wasn't looking
All
for
right,
that.
all right,
You see what I'm
all
saying?
right,
So
yeah,
like
all right.
that is just very important for someone to see
See,
it.
exposure is key,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? You have to see it. You be like, oh, that's the female pattern that you use, and then you hit me
That's
with,
real.
hey, what
What
like what
size?
size
How
you
did
get?
you cut it?
You know what I'm saying? How did I cut it? Like, what did you have to do something different because the bodies are shaped different? You know what I'm saying, for a woman and a man.
Yeah.
So I just want to shout that out right there because
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
guys don't see it.
Yeah.
So it's important for, you know what I'm saying, it's just showing the relationship to how hard it is.
Yeah,
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
man, like,
Just for us.
yeah, so, I bought that commercial pattern. I bought a couple of commercial patterns from bow ties. But some of that stuff, man, like I said, you can do from scratch, or if it's really just to fit you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my personal preference.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really get into making stuff for other people, so
Yeah.
to speak. I'm just like, all right, I see this idea. Somebody was walking down the street. I was like, dang, if he cut it this way, that'll look dope, but I need the foundation.
Yeah.
So I draft the pattern from my shirt or something like that.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Where do you get your supplies from? Like, what's your go-to spots in your
I'm,
area?
I'm in Goodwill all day.
Goodwill.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So what about your tools and supplies for DIYing and sewing?
Oh, what do you mean, like sewing material? Or?
Yeah, sewing material. All the hard goods, fabrics, you know what I'm saying, needles, scissors.
Amazon is a good place, but Hobby Lobby is good, of course.
Okay.
Joann's. But man, it's like once you buy a really good pair, I mean, you can use that pair for an extent. But the first part is buying a good pair.
Right.
A good pair of scissors or whatever you're going to use. That way you have it for the long run.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I bought my sewing machine. I think I hit up Mimi like a couple of years ago, asking her what would be a good sewing machine to use, and she gave me a good idea. So
Did she give you a list or did she send you a link?
No.
Did she send you a link?
She sent me one sewing machine.
Oh, okay.
No, she sent me one sewing at the time. Now again, this had to be 4 or 5 years ago.
Because we got like a recommendation on the
y'all upgraded.
Oh, she
Yeah,
do
no, y'all
okay.
upgraded. She sent me one sewing machine, and I've used that ever since, man. It's the
Yeah.
Brother CS6000.
Yeah, that's the one she started with.
For 7 years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that
she
did
sent me
coats
that.
and everything.
Yeah, she sent me, and it's been holding up, man. Like it's
And
rock
you having
star.
any
You
issues
might
with
need
it?
an upgrade now, John. You might need an
Yeah, you think so?
You might need an upgrade.
You think so? Okay. Well, I need the list then. Show me the list.
Now he need that link. He said,
Yeah,
"Send me that
I need the
now."
link now, man. But to the point, starting out, that is the machine I use.
Okay.
Brother, I think it's 6S6000,
SC6000.
SC6000.
Okay.
That is what I use, man. And yeah.
That's what's up, man. When you showing for these, when you shopping, in these fabric places and getting all this stuff, how many of people that look like you, or just any guys in general, you see in like Hobby Lobby or?
Man, it was so crazy.
Or
I went to Joann's maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was shocked.
Okay.
There was a guy.
Uh-huh.
Right? Obviously, there's females, but then there was a white guy.
Okay.
Comes by, start looking at the pattern book with me.
Oh, for real?
That's what I said. Because at the time, I was looking for the bomber jacket that you made on Sword Academy. I was looking for that particular pattern, and I didn't want to order off Amazon. I just wanted it now.
How often does this happen, though?
It
You
does.
was shocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shocked that he actually went to the book
And start flipping like it was normal.
I said, okay. And I think he picked up one of your patterns.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to shout out Mimi G or Norris. I just talk to them a lot, so I just want to say that I know it's gonna always sound like, hey, I did this pattern for Mimi.
him nothing.
No. Yeah, so we just talk a lot. And again, kind of going back to the original point, there's just few men that have patterns, obviously, but that's not like janky. You know what I mean? For lack of a better
What you mean
word.
by janky? Like when you look at a pattern, like what's the issues that you have just physically looking at them?
It might be dated or
Too dated, something.
It's
You
just
mean design wise?
Yeah,
the design of
design-wise.
it just feels dated.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the styling of it?
Obviously, so every pattern has a picture on the front, and you look at the guy on the front, you're like, dude, that wasn't rock.
I wouldn't wear that.
This doesn't even look right. It's just a simple button down. So you're like,
why you got it tucked in like that?
I'm not gonna do this pattern, man. Like, no.
So at that point, are you just turned off and you just don't buy it?
Oh yeah. Like and then going back to kind of like the bomber jacket. Like the bomber jacket, it really isn't a stylish photo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what a bomber jacket is.
Right.
So you're like, okay, I'm not gonna look like him.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But go ahead.
No. Go.
But you know what? Like, there's a lot of guys that don't even really know style like that. So like, it helps us because we know fashion, we know style, we know how a fit's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So when you see something and like just like the bomber jacket, you knew that bomber jacket looked good on him, but you know fashion, you know the bomber jacket can look good, and you know how you was gonna rock it.
Yeah.
So that helps, just having that fashion background.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But too, man, you gotta think too about, so it's gonna have the fabrics on the back of the pattern, and then some of the fabrics you gotta think about what is this gonna look like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do a velour, what is that velour gonna look like?
Gotcha. So starting out, how hard was it for you to understand, or was it difficult for you to understand what fabrics to use for certain garments?
Yeah, because you got to know what the fabric is. Like you just don't, like again, man. Probably growing up, you know what a satin is, a cotton.
Yeah.
You probably knew what a velour was just because somebody had it on, but you
or
didn't
a
know
song,
it was called velour at the
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? But some of the patterns, it can get tricky, man. Like, obviously, jersey.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like a fabric that you're like, oh, what that material is,
Right.
And sometimes the way it's listed in Hobby Lobby or Joann's, it's not even listed to what the fabric is.
Gotcha.
Technically. You know what I'm
It
saying?
got some weird name.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So one thing that helped me obviously was my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I was able to ask her a million questions.
Right.
Right there, instantly, as I'm working on something, or right before I worked on something, or even after I worked on something. Oh, babe, can I do this different?
Yeah.
So like,
That's what's up.
everyone ain't as fortunate as I am. You know what I'm saying, to have a quick response and to learn at a fast, rapid pace, at a fast pace.
Yeah.
In a short amount of time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like,
go ahead.
I'm trying to find. So like, that was some of my inspiration on teaching. Like when my wife got me to start teaching certain classes and stuff, I didn't feel comfortable because it felt like I was just learning it and I'm just regurgitating it right back out you, right back at you know what I'm saying, people that didn't know either.
Right.
But to me, I first did it and I was like, man, I feel like I'm fortunate because I don't really know it that well and I'm teaching it. And she was just telling me, keep going, keep learning, and eventually you're gonna be able to teach it just the way, you know what I'm saying, you just do it naturally.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get better at it. It's gonna give you more confidence to speak and talk about certain things.
I agree.
So I just kept at it and I was teaching at the same time. So
everybody not as fortunate to have a Mimi G.
Exactly.
In their pocket.
Exactly.
Let me tell you that right now.
So we wanted to have a platform and I wanted to do as much as I could as visually, you know what I'm saying, showing men
Yeah.
what I'm doing,
Sure.
how I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying, and just things to elevate, you know what I'm saying, different techniques and different stuff. So when it comes to menswear, we have a lot of intricate things when it comes to our garments, like the welt pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like almost every men's pants,
welt
besides like a casual stuff,
Yeah.
is gonna have welt pockets on all of our jackets. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Welt pockets. There's some in women's too,
And
but
that's
but
very technical.
exactly. But there's a lot of faux what you call it, baby? Faux welt pockets. Yeah, faux welt pockets in women's wear, because women don't like to see that box line on their on their butt when they're wearing pants, and because they have a little bit more fitted, you know what I'm saying, situation than us.
Yeah.
But for us, we can, you know what I'm saying, have that little box, because that's where we put our wallet at. And if you don't know how to make you do one of those, I mean, early on, you probably won't be able to make a lot of menswear pieces.
I agree.
So
or make them.
them
how
functional.
it's supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. So one of my advice to guys that learn to sew, don't be afraid to learn a technical technique. You know what I'm saying, at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I learned
that's
at the beginning. I learned stuff that I knew I'm going to be using a lot.
Yeah.
I love plaid, so I got to learn how to match plaid and how to line plaid.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Exactly. So like just all those things. So like, was there anything that you kind of like stuck to, or like things that you did a lot of, or something you learned when you first started sewing?
People don't know how hard. Well, it's not hard, but buttons are. You see a button on the shirt, you're like, oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
But then you try to sew a button, you like, this ain't coming out the way I thought it was gonna come out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the button situation. See, y'all laughing because y'all know what I'm talking about. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you.
Like you,
Bruh, you mess
Like
around and stop and you mess it up,
come on, man,
and it's too long or too short, and it just stop.
Brother.
It stop stitching.
brother. Or you don't.
You took them out with the seam ripper.
Bruh, on my seam.
It got some miles on it.
Come
huh?
on, man. So the button and the buttonhole, man, that's a situation in itself, brother.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to think what else. Front pockets like these. Yeah, I guess these pockets right here. It's not a difficult technique, but it's different than just on a side bending
side
pocket.
seam.
Yeah.
With a side seam pocket.
Yeah, side seam pocket.
One guy that got like a, what it could consider like a yoke, like a pocket yoke. Yeah, pocket
Yeah.
facing, pocket yoke. Yeah.
I think those two would probably one that stood out the most. Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I'm still trying to get that master technique down. You know what I'm saying? The welt pocket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a beast, man.
Oh, you here, bro? Oh, come on.
Yeah,
I get you as soon as we turn the cameras
Yeah,
off.
it's a beast, man. I ain't
Let's
gonna lie
get
to
it.
you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So outside of sewing, is there anything in the menswear fashion industry that you do as well, or like you like to do or do more of?
Yeah. So for me, man, like
People hit you up, they like what you're wearing. Like, what's the next conversation when you know what
I
I'm saying,
tell
when they see you?
for me, man, like I said, it's never about like, oh, I can make this for you. It probably should be, but I don't know. But I'm not there yet. For me, I'm like, this is how I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of my stuff, man, I like customizing whatever. You know what I mean? There's some artistic perspective of taking a garment, making it your own in any type of form or fashion.
Like refashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man, up and down, that is me through and through.
That's
man.
what's up, bro.
You know, from scratch, I do that from time to time. But my main like love of fashion is really hitting like a store. It doesn't matter what store. It could be eBay, Amazon, thrift, whatever.
Goodwill,
Whatever, man, is seeing something and then taking that and then making it into something else. Man. That's my.
Did you know that from the start when you first started?
I did, man. Let me tell you how I got into that, man. No doubt. So I started like doing stuff from scratch. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I think we talked about this. Like, I'd be getting frustrated. I'd be like, bro, this ain't coming out the way it's supposed to, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll see y'all laughing because y'all been there, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you hit me with like the, just take your time. I'm like,
It's just
all right.
fabric.
Yeah, it's just fabric.
I know. So I picked it up from her, but I also just wasn't scared to just cut into it
trust
to
me,
make the welt pocket. You know what I'm saying? I just never been nervous to do it.
Trust me. I got a lot of fabric. I didn't mess up, my brother. But, you know what I mean? So that was, because again, I didn't know the refashion approach in it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So the first person I saw was Greg Lauren, and shout out to Greg Lauren. I don't know him personally.
What's his IG
I think it's
situation?
at Greg Lauren.
At Greg Lauren?
But I mean, he's a designer.
Oh, okay.
Right. I think it's like Ralph Lauren nephew or something like that. So Greg Lauren has a lot of deconstructed garments.
Gotcha.
So I saw that maybe about two years ago.
Okay.
And I immediately I'm dropping some nuggets. I'm dropping.
I'm listening.
I'm dropping.
Get it off. Get your shit off. Go ahead.
We gonna get these goodies out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Greg Lauren, man, like again, my love of fashion is deconstructed garments, right? I like to see the threads. I like to see distress.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Greg Lauren, I think it's at Greg Lauren. Anyway, you go there, man. Like you're gonna see a lot of 50-50 pieces is what I call them, right? So like a lot of stuff I also will have a half in it. It'll be cut up here that I took a part of this sweater.
Yeah.
Put some fabric on this side or whatever.
So you mixing styles or you mixing different
Could be.
contrasted
Textiles.
Textiles.
So, could be, man. So it could be a jacket that I put with some denim jeans.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like one of I actually got.
Go ahead.
No, I mean it's not even
Go
like
ahead,
that.
pull it out.
But-
Go ahead, baby. You don't see him.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Baby, you don't see him. No, that's my wife.
Don't do that.
That's how we do it.
Don't do that.
That's how we do it.
Shout out to the structure bag.
Oh, boom.
Sculpture bag.
Let's go.
So man, is it in here? So this was one of my first deconstructed pieces, man.
Okay.
Or first like refashion pieces.
Okay, show them right here. This is it.
Sorry,
We got
my
full
bad.
length.
So this is like the top is I took from a thrift store, obviously. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? Damn butts.
You took the patch pockets off.
Took the patch pockets
You
off.
placed it back once you had the
Absolutely.
bottom part
Yep.
to it.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you probably can see.
And the
pocket,
bottom
but
part, if y'all can see it, it's pretty
Some
much
jeans.
Jeans. Oh shit.
Nah, you good.
But jeans upside down.
Yeah. So this is probably one of my favorite little pieces.
Let's show
man.
the back.
So the back
Oh,
situation.
that's lit. Okay.
I can see that.
Okay. You
Right.
selling it? What
stupid.
it's going for?
You stupid.
What we
You
got?
stupid, boy.
Definitely not brothers doing that. But you can read some of the comments a little bit.
Yeah, I think
So-
you are holding off on the questions because you told them.
Oh no, I just want to hear some of the shout outs.
So that's probably one of my favorite, and this was one of my first joints that I like.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I
deconstructing
remember you-
garments.
I remember
Yeah,
you
man, I
posting
love
that.
that joint. See, I hadn't posted this one, but this is like one of like a blazer that I took. You know, I took like an old school little blazer on this
Spin it
side.
around.
Took a whatever kind of blazer on that.
Oh wow.
Then I added like a little belt loop, a denim belt loop on it.
Oh, that's
little denim belt loop on
lit.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what I like? You know what's so crazy?
I kept that split right.
He was able
Kept the vent.
to keep the vent. And that's not an easy task.
Yeah.
Even making a vent ain't even easy.
I mean, I got some other situations.
Let me see the line.
Okay.
Let me see the line on that last piece. You got two different lines?
Nah, yeah, it's still
Oh,
raw.
I
So
like that.
what
Okay.
I want to do is I want to keep this inside thread in
Yeah.
here, and I might do something on this side that matches both. I
Gotcha.
don't know. I think
you
about
could
it.
do you could do a bias binding on it so you'll
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
That'd
That's
be
real.
hot.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying, baby?
That's good.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. I mean, I got. Oh, let me show you these pants.
What else you got?
You stupid, boy. Don't do that.
no.
You stupid. So these pants are like half windbreaker, half denim
I
joints.
like
right
that.
here.
All right.
Okay, John.
Okay.
Okay,
All
John.
right.
So I'm just
Let
saying,
me
like,
see the back. And he left the drawstring too in the
oh,
front.
yeah.
Look at that.
Functional pockets
Functional.
on there.
Functional side pocket. Oh.
Y'all crazy, man. Don't do that. Don't hype me up now. Don't hype me up now. Don't do that. No, see. Hey, man. Don't do that. Hey, listen. Don't do that. Don't do that. But no, but that's my love, though. When it comes to fashion, man, doing that stuff right there. Because I feel like that, for me, that's art.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can take, and really shout out to Virgil Abloh. Anybody knows me, I'm a huge fan of that cat, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the bag because that's Virgil
Yeah.
Abloh, absolutely. But when I saw him do that, and I saw Greg Lauren kind of taking stuff that exists, adding their own spin on it, I was like, oh, I'm done. That's me. I'm having all
Got
that.
you.
John, Katie said your stuff is works of art.
I appreciate
Boom.
that, man.
There it is.
Appreciate that. Ones and ones, man. That's all I got.
That's what's up. And you know Virgil philosophy, he only want to change a product 3%.
That's it, man.
It's like just a little bit detail. It's only 3%. He switches it up and it makes it what it is.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I-
Like when he do his Jordan collection, they look
Simple,
like
bro.
Jordans.
It's simple,
He
bro.
just do little things to them to just elevate them a little bit more.
But people don't. I mean, people do. But you know, there's art in that, man. It's like another reason why I like him is because he took just the brand of the Jordan shoe or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The Prestos doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then he made money off of the style that
This already exists.
Come on.
And he just turned some stuff and put shoe on it.
Air. I was like, oh my God. Okay, that's what you doing.
Like, is this art? This is a scam.
Okay.
What is this?
Okay. We had 3,000 for the ones. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But seriously, I think that there is art to that, man.
Yeah.
I love him as a creative director. I love him as a designer. He's a major influence of my
Especially currently right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So let me ask you this now.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So when you
we here?
Yeah, we here with it. Yo. Now we about to get closer now.
Woo!
Okay.
Okay.
Check this out. So when you first started sewing, and you realized it wasn't a lot out there for that catered to us.
Yeah.
And you saw patterns that you didn't like, so you didn't buy them. Do you think that kind of steered you more towards refashioning? Because do you think you would have kind of stayed more towards buying more patterns, making more stuff from scratch, if the industry had it for you?
Maybe. I mean, it's I can't say because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that the exposure never happened.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I think if there was an exposure to you can make this with the pattern.
Gotcha.
Then I think I would probably have bought more patterns.
Bought more patterns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Because I see a lot of guys.
And even now though, like I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut
go
you
ahead,
off.
go ahead.
But even now it's like, I may see you in something or I may see, somebody else in something and I'm like, okay, I like the way they style that.
Gotcha.
And then you may promote the pattern or, somebody else may promote the pattern. And I'm like, okay. But even, man, I look at females' patterns too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, well, how can I cut this or how can I make this as a male?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or is this androgynous? Can I rock it the way she cut it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot of that when I first started sewing.
Yeah.
Like she would have a female's pattern and I'd be like, babe, hold on, let me see that. It's something I can do with that.
There's beauty in that, man.
So like, babe, like how can I get the shoulder? He's like, okay, you have to extend the shoulder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you extend the shoulder, you got to take some of your sleeve cap off.
Yeah.
Because it's just little technical stuff like that.
Yeah.
That she was teaching me. Like when I asked, okay, how do I do this?
You gonna laugh, bro? Don't laugh.
What's up? What you got?
So I got a pair of pants that I made from scratch, but I took the female. This was designed this way.
Okay.
The female cut.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's my silhouette.
Right.
But it's structured the way a female would cut it. So it's a zipper and everything. Don't laugh.
Let me see.
But I did it on purpose,
it's art,
bro.
though, huh?
I did it on purpose, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
See it.
I ain't even pull it out. I don't want to pull it out there. I don't want to pull it out there.
Y'all want to see it?
Because it ain't nothing but shorts, bro. I ain't gonna pull it out. Nah, I ain't doing it.
Let me see. Put
I ain't gonna do
eye
it.
emojis if y'all want to see it.
I mean, it's a simple pair of shorts, but it's different the way.
Any eye emojis yet?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Anybody want to see it? Oh man, we got some comments.
Don't do that, bro.
Show the art, bro.
Don't do that.
JJ said, "Show the art, bro."
Don't do that, man. So the look intentionally, I was going for like a 70s vibe.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So in the 70s it was high.
Love the 70s, bro.
It's like a high waist,
the high
it's a zipper,
shorts, all that.
But don't do that.
Yeah. You know, you already know.
So it's man, I ain't even gonna bring it out.
What you got, bro? Go ahead and pull it out.
It's just a pair of shorts. I don't want y'all to think like it's something extravagant, but it's just a pair of shorts. Don't do that, bro. So these are a pair of shorts, right?
Okay.
Just a general pair of shorts.
Oh, hold on. These kind of lit.
So it's like a pleather material.
Oh.
Center back zipper.
Oh, he got a center back zipper. Oh, yeah.
How you know, Mimi? How you know?
Hey. Hey, these are funky, though.
Yeah. So the zipper is literally in the back, right? Because I wanted to have like a seamless front.
Look at that.
Right.
Oh, these are saucy.
Yeah. So, functional pockets.
You rock them yet?
I ain't had nowhere to go, man. It's been quarantine,
No,
bro.
you just did that.
Maybe like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's some quarantine. Oh, they said lit. We got our
Don't do that,
eye
bro.
emojis.
Don't do that, bro.
We got flame emojis.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. But it's intentional with the zipper.
I
in the
see
back.
you.
But that is very androgynous, though, right? That is not something that is a normal male cut.
Center back zippers.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not a normal male cut. But
Gotcha.
intentionally, I wanted to have a seamless front, where I can just rock the garment, right?
Yeah,
Because I really want to wear this like with a denim top.
Resort vibes.
Tuck that joint in.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
So they can see the details of it.
Come on, man.
Okay.
I'm out there funky, baby. I'm out there funky, baby.
Somebody asked John to put them on.
I might put them on. Nah, I ain't putting them on.
Bro, they
What's your
lit.
sex talk, man?
Hold on. Making it men. Dope. Okay. Looking at the time, trying to keep this thing down. I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Go for it, man.
You know what I'm saying? We went through the fashion, learning all that stuff.
Yeah.
What made you think that you could sew or even learn to do it? What made you even think, you
Good
know
question.
what? Let me get the sewing machine because I got to use it to make something. Why you go to the tailor or keep going to the tailor? Like, what made you be like, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm about to sew. Like, what was that thing?
Yeah, man. So to really get like into sewing outside of just one-offs, it was really, man, I didn't have anything that I felt like fit me the way I wanted it to.
Okay.
So it started off with like,
How long have you been having that problem?
come on, man.
No, I'm asking for the people.
Okay.
I'm asking for the people.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So me being 6'2", no, I'm not 6'2", right? So I'm like 5'8"-ish.
A strong-ish. A strong 5'8"-ish.
So let's go modern day, right? So now the high places for men, right? You got your H&M, you got
Zara.
Express, Zara,
Yeah.
right? So the cut is usually 30, 32, but how they make it is for somebody who's like 5'10".
Yeah, the
right?
cross be too high.
Yeah, so
You
I'm
got no
always
room.
taking off like 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches anyway,
Yeah.
right? So I had to figure out like if I don't feel like keep spending this money, I need to really figure out how to do this.
So that's where it started.
me being cheap or
No. Yeah, I mean, that's where it started for sewing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. For like me getting into it.
Right,
Like the
because-
other stuff was just one off.
Because you've already been in fashion, you would spend money to have those things done for you
Yeah,
because you
absolutely.
knew what to do.
Right.
A lot of guys don't even know how to go to the tailor.
Man, let me tell you, but shout out, man, like my dad, you know what I'm saying? God rest his soul. My dad, man, like, he kind of introduced me to the tailor. Like,
Really?
Oh yeah. Like if I wanted a suit.
For real?
Yeah. If we wanted a suit like that, we were going, we're going to go to K&G.
Yeah.
We're going to get this suit.
He about to
We got to cut it up right.
got to cut it.
That's when you still had like the 2 inch on the joint, though. You know what I'm saying? With the rolled over joint, right? But that was probably my first introduction to suit, how they should be cut, or just going to somewhere and getting it cut for
Your
you.
dad.
Absolutely.
That's what's
or
up.
you need to take these sides in.
Yeah.
I mean, this is.
When
maybe
did
high
you
school.
know that you could take the sleeves in on the
Again,
suit
this was
jacket?
like high school.
Oh, okay.
But it's from my dad though. That was just
okay.
because that's how I knew suits. That's how you're supposed to get them done.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to a real suit shop, like they don't come hemmed.
Right.
You got to get.
They're off the rack, ready to wear.
Fellas-
Unless you go to Zara or H&M.
Fellas,
they
if
still
y'all
buy
buying
stuff.
hem suits, don't shop there for suits.
Gems, give him a gem, give it to him.
Do not shop there for suits if it already comes hem.
Nah.
You got to hem your own suits or get somebody to hem them for you.
Boom.
Right? So my dad kind of introduced me to the tailoring aspect of what and how a suit should be.
Okay.
Fast forward years later, man. So I'm going, I'm like, shoot, I don't want to spend $50 some odd dollars on a pair of pants when I can go to the thrift store and I can cut them myself.
Gotcha.
So that kind of started my whole alterations
kind of
type
thing.
standpoint.
Yeah.
Especially like, when you start talking about stacking, your jeans so they fit right, or
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about slimming and taping them down. Like all that stuff, man, if you want to get a real solid pair of jeans, it's going to cost you $70 to do that.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, all right, I'm a little cheap.
Gotcha.
Let me go to, thrift store, get these American Eagle jeans. That's boot cut, because it's this thick
Exactly.
on the bottom.
Go
and
straight down. Give a straight.
Yeah, and I can cut them up, man,
Gotcha.
and
Is your
do
brother's
that.
name Ron?
Yeah.
Okay, he on.
Yeah.
Shout out to your brother Ron.
Yeah. My
bruh.
brother, my brother, no man. Dad introduced us to, getting a tailor, right?
Okay.
Tailor come in, take your measurements, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. Cut your suit. You come back. A week later, you
Yeah.
on.
Okay. That's what's up, man. So, a lot of guys think that sewing is for women, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of women might think that sewing is just for you.
Sure.
One, because you don't see men sewing. When you go out to buy a machine, besides the one you bought, I mean, there's companies that name machines after women.
Yeah.
Like the whole, like every collection,
pink,
very
yellow.
pink, very yellow. Some of them even got a female silhouette on
Yeah,
the
the
machine.
butterflies on there.
I'm not finna buy that machine if
Yeah.
it's that machine. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's just like I want something that fits my personality.
For sure.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a guy you like that, by all means do it. But something that fit your personality, you want it that you relate to more stuff like that, right?
I agree, man.
So
And then you'll be more likely to use it.
right. So is there things like in the industry that you see that you wish the industry would cater to us more? Just anything?
I mean, like I'm always go back to exposure on some of that, man. But for guys, there's like you kind of hit on it last week when you guys were on the IG, and there's such an array of fashion, right? Mm-hmm. When you think of it, you got designers, right? You got DIYers. I mean, it's just and there's so much in between that, and
refashion,
guys, right? And guys kind of look at it and they just either think design or DIY,
right?
And I'm like, me personally, outside of making some stuff for my wife and some stuff from scratch, it was like I need to alter these jeans so I can have them fit me how I want them to fit.
Gotcha.
Without having to
just necessity.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I tell any guy, man, if you don't have a machine, somebody got a machine. Get one. And just do the basics.
Yeah.
You go to YouTube University, man, you can figure out how to taper a jean or taper a pant leg to fit you how you want it to be fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was my next question. What resource did you use when learning? Because
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Most of the sewing classes is gonna teach you how to make some type of female something.
Yeah.
That's all the classes is. Oh, we're gonna take this, and some of them ain't even apparel. It's gonna teach you how to make a bag.
Right.
It's gonna teach you how to make a pillowcase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of classes are structured that way.
Yeah.
So like,
you see, I know, right?
Yeah. See, Yeah. So like any other resources outside of YouTube? Or was YouTube a great help?
Did
you find a lot on YouTube?
Pending. Like again, you find stuff catered for females, and you got to learn how to make it your own, right? So, a female may make a drop crotch with a paper bag waist.
Gotcha.
You're like, okay, well, I don't want the paper bag waist, but I'll do like the drop crotch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You change clothes.
Yeah.
So, was there any stuff out there, like
outside of YouTube, or
no? Or was it something that not like a woman doing a woman's apparel? What menswear apparel or patterns that you saw on YouTube? Was it any? Was it much?
No. You don't see many men on YouTube doing either stuff from scratch or even repurposing. You do see some alterations, but then the videos usually like 40 minutes. You're like, bro, I'm not finna see no 40-minute video.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there is limited resources as far as where YouTube can get you.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You just got to kind of make it your own.
Okay, so you got some skill from YouTube, and then you just kept at it and started figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because when my wife first started sewing, spending summers in Puerto Rico, she would watch her auntie when she was younger, like 12, and then she went to her Barbie dolls and started taking them apart. And then started putting them back together, which is teaching her self-construction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I could picture you doing something similar to that.
Yeah.
At the house.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I think that's kind of where my love came from for like deconstructing garments and putting them back together. It was, all right, well, this isn't out here, so let me figure out how this is made to be able to make it my own.
Yeah.
And now, then you learn the from scratch part. So now you just putting everything together. And for me, that's when the art comes into play.
Boom.
It's like if I know how to make a sleeve, from just because I did this from a start to or scratch to finish type thing. Now I can put this sleeve on an already designed garment, and then my shirt is what I like to call fire.
Boom. What I like to call fire. Man, that's what's up, man. That's so dope.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Can he ask me a question?
Come on, man. Can I ask him a question? Hey, I thought we were chopping it up. You interviewed him. I'm like, shoot. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Where do you see men's fashion going? Not where it's at, right? You know what I'm saying? Where do you see it going? Like, I'm gonna let you answer that, and then I'm gonna see where you go.
Where I see it going? That's a very general question, but I'm gonna answer it in chunks, right?
Okay, go for it.
So
I was kind of wanting you.
No, yeah. So like, there's been a super trend with just black culture.
Okay.
I mean, it's always been a thing, but we get a little bit more exposure. You got social media now. That's how Dapper Dan came back into business. Yeah. Because of social media saying, hey, they did this because he did this back then. And then it just blew up. It just kept blowing up, and now he's back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like
another one of my favorite designs.
Right. Yeah. So right now, rap music is the #1 genre. Okay? Mm-hmm. Which means that out of country music, out of all that, the #1 thing is rap music. Rap music comes from our culture.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And a lot of that culture inspires a lot of streetwear.
I like it.
Okay?
I like where you're going.
So streetwear right now is like the number one,
Shit.
you know what I'm saying, when it comes to fashion. You got a lot of older brands, polished brands like the Gucci's, the Dior's, and all that. They doing collaborations with all the streetwear brands now. And it's a win-win for both, because for the people that was on the luxury stuff, now they see another high-end street brand that now they can go directly to Off-White.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can go directly to Fear God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They go directly
Supreme.
to, you know what I'm saying, the Boswells. You know what I'm saying? All these black designers, you know, so shout out to Thrash. You know, just all these people.
No doubt.
All these people, like, just having these direct contact just from their community. You know what I'm saying? Like who they are, streetwear and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And once they brought both of those together, you see it like explode. You know what I'm saying? Now you see the Dior Jordans.
Crazy.
I wouldn't 10 years ago somebody would have said
Dior
you would see Dior collaborate with Jordan.
Yeah, wouldn't exist.
Like you would never heard of that stuff. And Palace and Ralph Lauren. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you saw the Louis with the Supreme.
Yeah,
you know, just stuff like that. So I see a lot of people now are kind of making a distinguish between streetwear and workwear, like utility wear. And for me, I think it's the same thing.
What you mean?
So
Expound on that.
So like utility wear would be like a box cut what you call it, a jumpsuit.
Okay.
Kind of like the green jumpsuit that you saw
I got you.
Dave Chappelle wore.
I
The
got
green
you.
jumpsuit
I got
Dave
you.
Chappelle
I
wore to
got
stand up. People
I got a Dickies at the crib.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
Dickies.
yeah.
That's kind of like utility workwear.
Right.
People calling it workwear, but for me, I think it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this streetwear is going to evolve into different sub genres.
Okay.
In the near future, because I don't think it's going nowhere.
No, it's gonna be here for a while.
And it's very comfortable to wear.
Yeah.
So like, you mean to tell me if I put on a 3-piece suit with a nice tie, with a nice, you know what I'm saying, French cuff shirt, you know what I'm saying?
You working the Jordans or what you doing?
No.
What you doing?
Okay. All business, all business attire.
business. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With the double monks.
Yeah.
All that.
Oh, you suited.
If I get suited down, I'm clean.
Yeah.
The way we are now, if you wear some drop crotch, you know what I'm saying, some of the one of those collaboration with Virgil shoes and like a nice sweatshirt or whatever it is, you just as clean.
You hidden.
You hidden. You know what I'm saying? You can walk into the event and be really stylish.
Yeah.
So I think you're only gonna see more of that. Like getting suited up and classic wear is always gonna be classic.
Yeah.
A suit is always gonna be a suit. That's never gonna go anywhere.
Right.
The cut might change. You know what I'm saying? Little details of it might change,
Still gonna
but
be
a
a suit.
suit is gonna always be a suit.
Yeah.
But I think it's just gonna keep evolving.
Yeah.
Streetwear is gonna always evolve. If they end up calling it utility or workwear, it's gonna still be streetwear to me. Right. So, and I think it hasn't even reached its peak. It just became number one.
I agree.
We just got these collaborations like 2019, 2018.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's 2020 now, and people ain't been outside this year, so you can't even count this year.
Yeah.
Everybody's saving their stuff. So next year is gonna be 2020 style because we ain't got a chance to rock whatever we had on. You know what I'm saying? This year. But if I answered your question.
Yeah, I'm gonna segue to that though,
Yeah,
right?
go
So
ahead.
you going to work, right? Well, the guy's going to work, right? He's into menswear, maybe even a little bit of sewing, right?
Okay.
What you rocking to work now?
All right. So before I answer that question, me personally, I'm just tell you what the overall atmosphere is. It's less about being suited up for work now. Like a lot of corporate people.
I agree.
Like when you walk into Apple, you see the T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You see the T-shirt and the khakis.
Got some Birkenstocks on.
Exactly. There's a lot of corporate offices are allowing their employees to work like that now because they feel comfortable and your attire, the way it affects the way you feel, for one, and also affects the way people respond to you. Like if you see somebody very dirty and stuff, you know, like you're gonna be like kind of like, I don't know if I could trust this person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to stereotype no one, but if you see somebody clean, suited up, has nothing to do with classism, just off appearance. If you look good, you know what I'm saying, you add stuff and all that good stuff. people will treat you kind of differently. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not saying you should dress to make people feel a certain way.
Yeah, but there's a different level.
It's a different
based
level
on the appearance.
Based on the appearance.
We all got it. It's
you
a
see
bias.
What I'm saying? So, what you asked me again?
I said you going to work.
Oh, okay. Who people wearing to work? So it just became casual. I think it's gonna kind of steer in that direction for a little bit longer.
Well, what you wearing?
Well, one wearing to work.
Yeah.
So my favorite.
Or what should the guy wear to work?
No. My favorite style. You asked about me. My favorite stuff. I love suits. I love making them.
Yeah.
I love plaids. I love wool. I love the way it smells when I'm pressing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love working with it with my hands.
Yeah.
It's like such a I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm doing something manly when I'm making a suit.
Yeah.
It's hard as shit to make a suit.
What?
Bruh. Like just to even ease in the sleeve to get it in.
I look at a jacket and I'm like, woo.
Bruh, it's hard.
Woo.
And then to match up the plaid and all that stuff with the welt, that stuff is hard. So when I'm doing this, I don't think I'm doing anything feminine at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, this is very like this is hard to do.
Right.
So like I love making suits. I love wearing suits, but I love mixing in the street element, you know what I'm saying, to some of the styles that I see.
Right.
Because I love being inspired by a lot of some of my favorite designers. So I can wear a full-on suit, hem them up a little higher so you can see my entire shoe. I don't like my pants.
You want cuff or you going
I don't
straight?
like my pants. I mean, it depends on how I feel. I can do a cuff. I can do a split.
I gotta ask. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, I can do a split. I could do a 1.5 inch cuff.
Okay.
I could do a 1 inch cuff. You see what I'm saying? I could do no cuff.
Shout out to my boy because he does have a tutorial on how to do a side.
Side split.
Because I did it and I was like,
you did it?
I said it to you, saw me do it.
Oh yeah, it came out good.
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay,
It was
that's
nice.
what's up.
It was nice.
So I'm wearing that. I'm rocking that. I'm being suited up with the sneakers, probably personal white. So I've been into white socks lately. Just all
with the
full on white socks.
Yeah.
Even with my black and white penny loafers.
Yeah. What shirt you wearing?
I got a really eclectic style. I'm white shirt.
T-shirt or
No, white
dress
shirt. White shirt.
Dress
I
shirt?
love ties. I love the knots. I love the dimple. I really love the menswear.
I got you.
Menswear stuff. But when I go streetwear, I go full on streetwear. I love the drop crotch. I love the drop crotch. What you call it? The drop crotch trouser, like a dress, like the dress pants, a little bit wider, but drop the crotch.
Yeah.
And then hemmed up. That's gonna be probably one of my next patterns that we release.
I like it.
It's gonna be crazy. Where we at? We almost at an hour. I don't want to get cut off before I close it out. I love how men dress for the 70s. Oh yeah, 70s. My wife had to it's like an acquired style to see a grown man rocking shorts that's like mid thigh.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where these go.
Yeah. So listen. No. So listen. Don't get it twisted. My ass ain't hanging out. My ass ain't hanging out the shorts. It's about like this. It's like the old NBA. Yeah, like the old NBA shorts. They used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's some swag to it.
I got you.
With the high socks with some loafers. You know what I'm saying? I love that kind of look.
I got you.
And I dress like that around the house even when I'm working. You know, I'm gonna take some calls or if I'm filming. I'll be like shorts and loafers at the bottom on my house shoes.
Right.
And then up top be dressed up.
No, I dig it, Playboy. I dig it. We running out of time or we good?
Where we at? All right, questions. Give me some questions, baby.
All right.
Send your questions. We gonna rock questions.
Where your split tutorial is.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a good tutorial, man. Like,
Go to my YouTube channel.
and it's very beginner friendly too, man. Again, I don't call myself by any means a professional tailor. I mean, I'm trying to get there, but you know, that tutorial was very friendly. It was very easy to understand and to walk you through it, height the whole nine on what you need to do with the hem. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's what's
good.
up.
Yeah.
You just got a lot of great comments.
Okay. Questions. We got we got a minute and a half left. Give me some questions, shoot them so we can give you some quick fire answers, all right?
A nice bowling shirt. Don't you do the bowling shirt?
Oh yeah, I got a tutorial on the bowler shirt too. Yeah, and
You draft your own pattern on that?
no, it's the shirt. The pattern
That's
comes.
that's right.
And
That's
you,
right.
and you
That's
won't
right.
have to make no changes to it.
That's right.
But I did modify it because the bowler shirt has the panels. I ended up putting the pieces together and drafting a full-on piece.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't have any seams.
Did either of you take home ec or shop in grade school or high school?
We didn't have it by the time I got to high
Yeah, I
school.
took shop.
What is the sewing goal for both of you in regards to sewing?
Go ahead.
So mine is easy, man. I think I want to get into the tutorial world.
We got 40 seconds.
On what I do, how I make stuff, starting like a YouTube joint. That's probably where I want to go with mine.
Okay. For me,
Leslie wants to know if you're gonna sew women's clothing.
No, ma'am. Leslie is my wife, by the way. But no, ma'am. No.
One of my goals is what I'm doing right now. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, I done got to where I am with skill level and talent. So I want to actually give more back. Want to do a lot more content for YouTube so beginners can have a lot more stuff to go on. And also for swordacademy.com, I have now, I teach, I come up and teach every class myself. And it's a great resource for guys, for any beginners. swordacademy.com. Yes, you know what I'm saying, me and the wife, we run it and all that good stuff. What's up? And we got cut off, so we're gonna do a few more minutes of questions. Yeah, we back. We about to do a few more minutes of questions, and then we're gonna close it out.
Somebody wants to know if you guys are gonna do a collaboration together.
Hell yeah! We already said that.
Yeah. I mean it's cool when you have good people that like to do the same stuff that you do. This has been a long time coming, though, man. Like, again, for me, since we're doing Q&A now, I can talk a little bit more.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just really, define which kind of way I wanted to go in the fashion world. Like I said, man, it's a lot of stuff from designer to DIY. And I realized, like, for me, it wasn't just about trying to make a product and sell it. Like, that's just not where I find the art. And I'm more of an artist than a product salesman.
Yeah, so
you know
want
what I'm
to hone
saying?
your skills first.
Yeah, and I'm more of a teacher too, right? So like I was telling Mimi G, man, I'm a counselor by trade, so I'm in the education field, right? So for me, I think moving towards that, okay, this is how I made this particular item, and this is not necessarily from scratch to finish. This is kind of like how I made some custom items. Again, my world is more of the repurposing and refashion.
Okay.
So it's like, and I always say, man, so I use different lingo. So you got custom, bootleg, and replicas, right? So I don't try to make replicas, right? Replicas are, this is how Gucci made this particular item. I'm gonna make this item just like this, and this is a replica of Gucci, right?
Gotcha.
I kind of do more of the bootleg custom. Bootleg is it sounds like a tough word, man, but if you think about bootleg whiskey, right? These are people who are designing whiskey the way that they created, similar to having an idea. This is how they made it.
That's how we get all the different brands.
Absolutely.
They got a slight different taste.
Absolutely. So my thing is, all right, I see this idea that Gucci or Louis came up with, Louis, because I spent so much money with him, right? So,
You and me both.
He's Louis to me, right? Luis. And so I'm like, okay, I like that, but how can I recustom and refashion that to the way I like?
Okay. Give me another question, baby.
JJ Scruggs wants to know what's your next sewing project for each of you.
Go ahead, brother.
You go first.
All right. I think I want to make the Merchant and Mills jumpsuit pattern. Oh. They have a co-ed jumpsuit pattern. I mean, it looks just like a trucker kind of situation, box cut. It is fire. Yeah, me and the wife are gonna make it. We already bought it. I ain't printed it out yet. It's a PDF pattern.
So this is a two-part question for me. From start to finish, that would probably be the bomber jacket. I want to do like a custom high design or high fashion cut of whatever bomber jacket I want to make at that time. Mm-hmm. But I probably want to go. I have a idea in mind. I don't even want to share it yet, but it's a 50-50. But it's kind of, I guess I can say it. So it's more like I want to take a Cosby, like a Cosby sweater-ish.
Gotcha.
Put it with a black design, kind of like one of those HBCU designs.
Okay.
Or,
like a Letterman kind of situation?
No, it's a sweater. It's a sweatshirt, right? So imagine like you got like Howard right here, and then you got like a Bill Cosby joint coming cutter right here.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
That's my.
I see what you're doing.
That was still my idea.
I see what you're doing.
But that's my next project that I want to really hit on.
Runway Gunplay.
Somebody gonna steal my idea.
Runway Gunplay. Who is that?
Runway_Gunplay.
I like the name, bro.
Runway Gunplay.
I like the name.
How can we highlight more independent designers as a community?
Independent designers?
Yeah, how can we help highlight them?
Oh, we got to rock it. We got to wear it. We got to share it.
Yeah.
The same way when you get your Jordans or when you get your Louis, whatever it is, and you post it on Instagram, you do the black designers like that, or you do whatever designer that you like. You know what I'm saying? Buy the product. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying, take something, take something that you like over the black designer and flip it and make it your own, and then shout out the inspiration. I got inspiration from that designer.
And I think that's what we don't do enough.
That's what we don't do enough.
We don't do enough of, and I'm guilty of it too, right? Enough. This is my first time telling anybody. Greg Lorne is probably, and Greg Lorne is obviously he's like a Jewish white guy.
Yeah.
But he's probably a good inspiration for where I'm going next.
Gotcha.
You know, he started that for me. That's the only person I've seen doing like a 50-50 joint.
Gotcha.
Where it might have been, you know, some denim on the bottom, you know, a sweatshirt on top. And he's had major like entertainers wear. Like I've seen T.I. wear a couple of his joints. I think D Wade got a couple of his joints.
Yeah.
So my thing is we don't share enough of the inspiration where you got it from. From a black design standpoint, right?
Yeah.
I got this idea from Virgil. You know, this is kind of my inspiration. This is where I'm going with it next.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You ready that.
This is for you, honey. It's a Sword Academy student. Apart from Sword Academy, any plans for a mentorship program?
Mentorship program. So that hasn't been the first time I've gotten that question.
It's hard because of time.
Yeah, it's hard because of time. But what I can say is I'm not as big as my wife. I mean, my wife get a lot of comments. She get a lot of people. So it's hard for her to like reach out to everybody. But for me, I get a lot of comments too, but it's enough for me to like set aside 45 minutes and then just focus in on these questions. I'm able to do a lot more, you know, so hit my DM.
And we might be able to when we open the Creative Center.
Yeah, we got the Creative Center that we're going to be opening here in Atlanta. Once everything get back up, it's going to be a sewing and design.
Shout out to that question though, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Like that's just what we were talking about. Just, you know, you don't have anybody
you can go to.
Yeah.
So like my wife said, she didn't have a Mimi G to go to when she was doing it at the beginning. So I didn't have a me when I came to be it, but now you have a me, so to hit me up. Yeah. Hit my email. I think my email is on my link in the bio. info@norrisdanta for it. Danta spelled DANTA. My DM to hit me up. Hit questions. Even if you're working on a project, I might not be able to answer you in real time, but like within like the next 24 hours, I'd be like, oh, you should probably do this to the waistband, because I do it all the time.
That's real. Before he start charging, like do it now before the fee come, because the fee gonna come. So do it. Do it now.
So listen. The fee is already with Sword Academy.
No, I'm talking about if you just watching, you know, this right now and saying I want a mentorship.
Oh, got you.
With you know Norris Dante Forward.
Yeah.
And I'm in your DM saying, how do you do the waistband? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen, I'm not gonna bust your head. You know what I'm saying? I want you to learn. I want you to learn.
That's real, man.
Yeah, that's why Sword Academy is so affordable now. $11.97, 39 cents a day. That's 2 Starbucks drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Great
for the entire month.
We practice that thing.
I mean, we mentioned it a few times.
You said that a couple of times, huh?
Yeah, so like Sword Academy is the thing. Like if you can pay a little over $10, $11.97 a month, to be like, we have a techniques page. It's not even about just learning a full-on project start to finish. We have that too. Sometimes you don't even sew. You just get a whole bunch of information. You know what I'm saying? One month. It depends on like where you are in the curriculum. Yeah. And the very first lesson is literally taking the sewing machine out of the box. We take it out. She plug it up. This is how you turn it on. And then over time, you eventually, you know what I'm saying, start making garments. Yeah. You know, I mean, I think the first 1 or 2 classes, you're gonna make like a sunglass case. You're gonna make a tote bag, or if you with the fellas, you're gonna make a duffel bag, or
I thought you made a handkerchief the first time.
A handkerchief, a laptop case, like stuff like that, and then like you keep going.
Which seems hard, but it's pretty much like 2-3 pieces of fabric that you're putting together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but it. I mean, I'm not trying to plug, but I'm on your IG, so I might as well plug. But you know, it teaches you just how to run the material through the machine. Yeah. And it's, again, man, like I was saying, if you don't have a sewing machine as a man, and I'm not, you know, saying go out and spend, you know, mad money on one, but somebody probably got one somewhere that they don't use. You know what I mean? And it's a great opportunity to make stuff that fits you how you want it to be fit. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like you say, you want to make a dope sunglass case, or you want to make a dope handkerchief, right? You know, you going to work, you got 2 fabrics that you want to put together. All right, cool. You make it.
That is. So you got something else, baby?
Yeah, somebody wants to know if John is going to make any more garments with back zippers. Apparently, Rick Owens designs
Rick Owens.
a
Yeah.
lot with back zippers and snaps.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Did
sure.
you
I'm,
like
I'm
it?
always open, man. Zippers, yes. Buttons, I don't know. But yeah, zippers definitely.
Y'all seen? Have y'all seen that? I think it was Alexander Wang. He has the zipper from the front and it go all the way through the crotch,
Oh, yeah, I
through
saw
the
that,
back.
I saw that, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
We're not
about
making that one.
Hey,
We're not making
if
that
I do
one.
make something like that, it's not gonna be a working zipper.
Yeah.
You can't take that thing all the way from up under me
No.
into the back. Oh,
We
I ain't going to the bathroom like that, bruh.
we're not making that one. But for me, I personally would probably make a few more of these shorts just because I like the design.
Yeah.
I want to make this waistband a little bit higher. I think I did 2 inches. I want to go like to 4 though for a nice
high waist,
seamless high waist.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Babe, somebody wants to know if the Sew Academy can teach kids to sew. My
Yes.
daughter wants to learn.
Yeah. So with Sew Academy, we have menswear and women's wear. It's not gender specific. It's whatever kind of garments you want to make. Or if you want to do both, there's a bundle to get both. But also, we have a section for kids. It's not a subscription. It's a full-on buyout. But within that buyout, it's going to give the kids enough experience, enough exposure to make a few things. And once they do that, and depending on their age, with what you call it when you sit with a kid?
Like parental guidance.
Parental guidance.
Please.
After they get finished with that, with parental guidance, they'll be able to jump to Sew Academy and start from there too.
Pimp_slapped.
Pimp.
I
Hold on.
I like it.
Pimp _.
I'm loving these. I'm loving these names, man.
What's that question?
I'm loving these names, man. I gotta up my IG up, man.
I gotta change my IG name.
Slap? I need that. Come on, baby.
I love
like
all
it.
of your jeans. What new ideas do you have for jeans, if any, right now?
Who that question for?
It just.
Oh, probably you. Go ahead. Answer. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
for me, man, like my jeans, I want to take that /windbreaker / distress to a different level, man. So I'm thinking like continuing that, but just adding a different spin as far as the windbreaker style on it. Again, like I'm a huge fan of streetwear, right? So anytime I can freak a streetwear style, like that is kind of my go-to. So that distress look right now for denim is probably in for me. I got another pair of jeans. It's not like this, but it is the patches. You know what I mean? I'm a huge fan of putting fabric. Again, I like, if I could describe it, right, the inseam. So again, I said I like seeing the threads, right? So I'll take this inseam, cut it open, then I'll add the patches, you know, different fabrics all the way down the bottom. Sew this back up where you see the inseam to add a little bit more distress, and I'll rock those. I love those. I love those jeans. That's probably one of my favorite pair of denim jeans. That's where I go with denim.
Mm-hmm.
You got something, baby? He wants to
With
know
denim
something.
jeans?
Yeah.
Well,
But you make your own denim though, which is a little different, right?
so check this out. One of my goals is to make more stylish patterns. So I haven't designed a denim pattern yet. It's coming.
I
It's coming.
You gonna do the two kneecaps open?
No, that's the straight. I'm gonna do.
You know I mean that's how most. So my thing is I don't like seeing the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
So most denim jeans now they're gonna come distressed.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna come with these two kneecaps open. They're gonna have a taper bottom. You may stack them on top of your shoes, which is cool. So I'm like, how you add a new flavor to that? For me,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well I'm gonna patch it up a little bit. I'm gonna take this flannel that I was messing with,
Okay.
any scrap fabric that I got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take this out, sew this down where you see the actual
Yeah.
threads.
And freak it.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
That's
so,
where I am with denim.
So for me, I don't really think personal no more. When I first started sewing, I was like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. But now I'm thinking more so for people like you that want to get into it.
That's
so
real.
for one, a lot of people's style and fashion IQ ain't as high as mine.
Yeah.
You know?
That's real.
So I have to not do a lot so the average guy can see it and see themselves in it. So like if you see in the stuff that I wear on the cover of the patterns that we put out, the men's stuff, I kind of tone it down, kind of pick one kind of color. Mm-hmm. If I'm working with plaid, I won't go all the way crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just so I'm like, okay, cool, it's stylish, it's slick, it's simplistic. Oh, I want to purchase that. So as I get more and more of that out, I start making a lot more things that I can probably start testing with. So We don't have prior to the denim jacket that we put out, baby.
Yeah, it didn't exist.
I'm not saying it didn't exist because there are a lot of denim jackets, but I was just sitting there like, babe, is there like a basic denim jacket pattern? And we're like, hold on, it's not. Hold on, let's go. So we Googled, we researched.
Not one that wasn't Google.
Not one that went like extra. It just classic. So I was like, let's do that. So we did it, made it co-ed, and now it's a really good seller. I want to do
the House of Milline. We're not ready. For
You're not ready.
We're not ready. We're not ready for the denim jacket. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now.
Bring your denim here. Bring your denim here, and we gonna work. And every
I hear your words.
Every hour on the hour, we'll go live and show them details.
I hear your words.
We'll do that. We'll make it a thing.
Words.
Also, in the Creative Center, I'm going to hold like little events, especially for men, for menswear.
Yeah.
So you can come in and like that whole day will be like making a denim jacket or like
it's a beast.
You know what I'm saying? We'll do stuff like that. So that's some of the focus I have right now.
Yeah.
Okay. No more questions, but there are a couple comments. JJ Scruggs says he's inspired by John and he's going rip up some old blazers and jeans in his closet.
Do it, man. Do it.
He a good dude too, man. Y'all should connect. Send John a DM.
Man.
Send John a DM.
I'm all about that, man. You know, and I mean it's simple, man, but you can create so much with that, man. I'm all about that.
Before we close out, baby, I want to say one thing. Hold on. What is that? I want to say one thing about the DIY fashion community. This is like one of the first times I've seen a group. It's a group of people that do the same thing, and it's like no drama. It might be a little small stuff here and there, but it's no matter what color you is, what size you is, what's your gender. It is all love.
Yeah.
Like when somebody posts something, everybody is happy about someone posting something because they know what it takes to, know what I'm saying, do that.
Yeah.
Sewing ain't like an easy task. It's like you got to go to different stores to get everything together.
Yeah.
Oh man, sometimes you go to Joann's, buy a sewing machine, you can buy fabric, you can buy needles, you know what I'm saying? You could probably get all that stuff at once, but stuff that you love, you might find fabric at this place, on this site. You might find a better sewing machine on Amazon, you know what I'm saying? You might find scissors at this other place. So like it ain't always easy as like a one-shop stop.
Right. To get what you want.
To
the vision you got.
And then after you get past the vision, you got to have the skills to get your vision out.
Yeah.
So now you got to know the techniques.
Back it up. You got to have the motivation to now get underneath the machine.
Right. to cut it up. And like a lot of times, just prepping is longer than even sewing the thing.
I agree, bro.
You got to sew. You got to cut. You got to interface it. You got to sew that. I mean, you got to iron that on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to prep a lot of this stuff. So like a lot of times it takes a lot just to cut up and do all that stuff before you even get up on the sewing machine. So the industry recognizes that, and it's all love. So now my vision, you know what I'm saying, within the next 18 to like 3 years, 18 months, within the next 18 months to like 2-3 years, I want to see men with a community like that because we don't really have one like that.
I appreciate you creating a platform, man, with the Dope Men. So I think that's, dude, I mean, I think you're right on. I mean, it's a niche community right now, man, but I think there's a lot of more guys who will be interested in it if they just saw people they knew that do it, and then somebody they can guide, or somebody that can guide.
Share this clip, you know what I'm saying? Let more guys, because it's easier for guys to get into it if they already about fashion. Because we in 2020.
And we got totally different things that we almost do. Like you do start to finish, I do some start to finish, but I do mainly, refashion. You know what I'm saying?
And then it's people that can just do alterations.
And
it's a skill level that you can go out and people will give you money for it.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Like
they'll touch their phone and send you something, and you can give them product.
Leslie says she feel like sewing now. You better hold her to it.
I hear your words. I hear your words. She's so funny.
But ladies, fellas, if you got friends, you got brothers, you got fathers, or even you got like sons that want to learn how to sew, it's basically teaching them the skill and exposing them to it, and we're gonna have the platform for them to be inspired to do it.
I love it, man.
Yep. Anything else, baby?
No, that's it.
All right, so we're gonna close. I don't know what they say. All of their different approaches are highlighted. Yup. Pimp_slap. That's a hell of a name.
I like it, bro. Hit me up, man. Let's work. With a
conversation.
name like that, let's work, man. And again, I do different than Norris, man. So if you guys are into that whole refashion thing, man, you know, you saw something that you like, and you like, I want to recreate this, but I want to have my own spin on it. You know, that's kind of my area. I don't sell anything right now, but that's more my area and expertise.
His IG handle again.
Nobody do. Yeah, so go follow John. Tell him all your platforms. Say it slow. Spell it out. Give him time to type it, because y'all need to go type. Y'all need to go follow this guy.
All right, man. So my Instagram is at the House of Milline.
Is he DA or is it THE?
It's THE. I'm an educated man.
Okay.
I gotta have no, I'm teasing.
THE.
I need to have that pimp_. Yo, so it's THE. Milline is MILLINE. That's my last name.
The House of Milline.
The House of Milline. Yeah.
You didn't say house. You just said the Milline.
Oh, well, I thought they knew how to spell
I typed
house.
it.
I appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it.
The house.
Y'all can tell I'm new to this. So me and social media, I'm trying to get there, man. Norris is pushing me to do it. A lot of other people pushing me to do it too. Don't get me wrong. So IG is that, man. That's probably the major platform right now. I want to get to YouTube. I've been trying to come up with like a creative name on YouTube. I don't know if I should use the House of Milline or something else.
Keep it branded.
You know, if you guys think of something different.
Keep it branded.
Man, keep it branded.
Keep it branded.
Keep it branded.
Yeah, the House of Milline. Put it up there.
As YouTube.
That's it. You already said you got a video, right?
I got a couple of videos.
Put a video up.
All right.
Put a video up for the next couple of days. Everybody go follow it and go subscribe.
All right, so I'll be putting up a video in the next couple of days.
He
gonna push me. Yeah, he gonna push me.
Just put it out there. Get some
feedback. And I need that. So, you know, like I've been telling Norris and Mimi, man, like I don't really sell anything, man. I'm just kind of more of a DIY hobbyist, and that's really been my own art and platform. But I want to get to the level where I can start, you know, teaching people, I guess, if they want to learn some of the things that I do.
We got room in the Sword Academy.
For some new but see, y'all do start to finish though. I do more deconstruction, reconstruction.
And that could be a class.
Refashion. Oh, I guess okay.
Yeah. I told Bistro that when he was on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We need more instructors. We need
I agree.
more. We need more people. So yeah, man, get that
content out. Who is killing the mass game though?
Oh yeah, he murdering it. All right, so I appreciate everybody for tuning in, because sitting here for an hour or hour and 20 minutes, I mean, that ain't easy. So appreciate the love. Go follow John. Check out Sword Academy, and we'll see you next week with another Dope Men So episode. We out.